All right, while I'm here, I might as well do a comparison of living in Siem Reap and being here in Perth. I'm in North Bridge, just out on the edge of the CBD, which is down there. Now, as your observation is with traffic, it's not less traffic, predominantly more cars, obviously, because in Siem Reap it's mainly motorbikes and tuk-tuks. Big buses the same. I've got an emergency vehicle somewhere, maybe out in that direction. So yeah, so it feels like when I'm thinking about Siem Reap standing here, it's nice to have the sun out, it is pretty cold. This feels now coming back here a little bit sterile. It's like sterile, it's like very, yeah. It is obviously well organised, but there's no real character from what I see in Siem Reap. Also, I've noticed since being back here, everything's like to the left here, like the traffic's to the left and walking is to the left, but my brain's been a bit rewired now where I keep moving to the right. My first instinct now, since riding the motorbike in Siem Reap, is like moving to the right side, not automatically going left. So that's unusual, but probably logical. That's how I'm doing it. Oh, there's the Perth bus. Now there's a similarity. Siem Reap now has one of them. Just started recently. So that's a similarity. But the big change too is feeling cold air. I haven't felt cold air for a long time after being in Asia. This is like cold air to me. I've lost that robustness to be able to survive in cold. Even as though this isn't as cold as it gets here, this is still cold for me. Now, next up is the architecture difference. Obviously, there'll be a difference there. Here, there's no limit to the skyscrapers, so there's skyscrapers here. Go further into the city later and have a closer look. There are skyscrapers here, whereas in Siem Reap, there's an overlay there where no building within Siem Reap can be over the height of Angkor Wat, which I think that's a great rule. I like that rule for development. Also, the population, I cheated here, Googled it, as of this year is 2,169,000 people as of 2025. Now that fluctuates between 2,169,000 and 1 when I'm here to 2,169,000 when I leave. So, yeah, it's a medium population for the size city that it is, so it doesn't feel crowded. In fact, it feels, to be honest, a little bit empty. After being in Siem Reap, that feels like empty, like it's not busy. This is a Sunday afternoon and it's not busy, and it's all cars. I miss the motorbikes. Probably a change I noticed as well is that like food is locked away behind walls here. There's no real street food, obviously. Whereas in Siem Reap, you get the smells of food right on the street. Whereas the streets here, you don't smell anything unless something goes wrong. But there's no real sense of smell here. It's very blank. Dare I say bland? Don't get upset in the comments, calm down, it's an observation. But comparing it to like Siem Reap, to here in Perth, Siem Reap has like street food, the smells, more decoration. It feels like after being away from here, this is a bit more austere. It feels a little bit more closed off, no real smells, no real sights. very locked in. Everything's behind a wall, a window, in a car. Most people drive in cars, so you don't actually see a lot of actual people on the road, whereas in Siem Reap, you'll see them on the road because they're riding motorbikes. You see them. You physically see the people. Here, you don't see as many people. I think subconsciously, that causes a disconnect. These are just observations. I'm not a psychologist, but just from observing, there's more of a disconnection here. Could be me, because I've made more connection in Siem Reap. But there's more of a disconnection here of people because you just don't see as many people, and there's not that interaction that you see, particularly in Southeast Asia, but especially too in Cambodia. There's more interactions that are happening on a daily basis, whereas here, it's like the big concrete jungle on a smaller scale, because this is the most isolated city, I think, in the world, Perth, Australia. But it's like the big concrete jungle. This is a Sunday afternoon, and this is like the main street here. And there's the main street. That's a little bit apocalyptic compared to where I've been. Isn't that bizarre? Like, really, it is pretty well deserted. And this is a Sunday, this is a weekend. I'll do a comparison. Now, obviously, you're not comparing apples with apples, totally different places, but this is just an observation between what I see going backwards and forwards. Oh, MX-5. I used to have an MX-5. Nice car, great car to drive. Coming back, you see the difference in the religious temples. So the religious temple here is like the church here. That looks like that. Whereas the temples and everything in Siem Reap don't resemble. They look, to me, could be just my bias, a little bit more welcoming. Well, yeah, look, gates are up and it's closed at the moment. It's a Sunday. But yeah, it looks more welcoming to temples in Siem Reap. Also, on a Sunday, the banks are closed here. It's Sunday afternoon. The banks are closed. The ATMs are still working. But inside, you can reach access. You can reach access to the ATM, but the actual bank and staff aren't here on a Sunday afternoon. It's actually closed. You can still use the ATM though. Akon. There you go, there are some motorbikes here, but I stood here probably for about 20 minutes, probably half an hour, and there's a motorbike. Oh, I miss the motorbikes.